All right, so I thought I'd give you an update on the station. We had the update yesterday on the big tall building. We're printing panels on it today for the next one. That's either going to be the Cerberus, the Chimera. So I'm back to the station today. Over the weekend, I painted the top panels all black, put some weathering around the edges here all the way. So then I clear coated this. Now I've got the everything's masked off. So the next step is going to be to paint all of these areas right here, the rest of the roof panels, that green that's supposed to be the oxidized copper color. Then I've got my, let's see, where's my paint at? Oh, I've got it here somewhere. I think it's over here, over there in that stack. Anyway, I've got another green that I'm going to mix with it to give a mottled color to the oxidization. And then I've got my copper, which is right here, brand new bottle. It's Warren Penny, which is perfect. I use this on something else for the copper. And then I'll be doing a dry brush technique to have highlights of copper throughout the whole thing to give it look like it's in the transition period from the original copper to the what they all look like eventually with the green tops. So this is going to be the first step. I've got this mask. I'm hoping this tape, it's the first time I've used this tape. Went down really nicely, stuck really well, but it seems really thin. You can actually see colors underneath it. So I don't want to try to do another masking all the way around. So I'm just going to paint it. And if I've got to touch up the black, it's okay because all of the mechanicals go up here. So I'll have the air conditioning and the ducts and everything else. We've got all those pieces that go up on top. So even if a little bleed comes through, I'll be able to hide it with all the weathering I'm going to be doing for all of that stuff. All right, so that's the roof. Now what I've done here on the base is this has been primered now. I was going to use a cream colored primer, but that for the grout lines, so that when I did the paint effects I was going to do, the grout lines would be really a light color, but I think that would have been too bold. It would have looked really strange, so I went with the dark gray for the grout lines inside all those little areas right there. So now when I come and I dry brush this, the red brown I'm going to do, it'll be a red brown with a gray grout. I think that'll look really good, and I'm probably going to make this cement colored, all these trim around the windows. And then I don't know what color I'm going to do for the window inserts yet. Every one of these actually has a window insert that you push in from the front and then apply the window glazing to the back. So we'll see how that goes. So this is, you can see here, looks pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go paint this part. And when I come back from that, I get it all pulled off, everything pulled off. We'll see what kind of damage I did to the top here and what I'll have to fix. And but then we'll see how the overall look is, and I'll continue this at that point. As you can see, the blue for the oxidized copper is now finished. Came out really good. I put 3 coats on, flipped it over, did the underside first, so the edge underneath right here, because it does overhang the building on the corners, is all blue, so that's good. So then I did 3 coats, so actually I guess it's 4 coats, because when I had it upside down, I made sure to hit the underside of these windows because it was visible on all the windows all the way around. So then I put 3 coats over this, and then I did a light coat of matte finish over it to allow me to do all my blendings for my weathering and the copper that's going to come through on this. So we're all good. So now I'm going to take this off right here, get all the tape off, and hope I don't have too much bleed, and hope I don't pull too much paint off that's underneath. Like I said, I did paint it, and I did have it matte finished underneath, but that doesn't mean anything. When you start to pull this off, it can peel paint off and things. But like I said, this does get all of the mechanicals up here, the duct work and all the air conditioning units and everything. So it's going to hide a lot of it anyway. So I wasn't too concerned about it. But anyway, we'll let me get this peeled off, and then we'll come back and we'll do an update when we get to that point. Well, there we go. The masking came out really good. I was really kind of speculative about this tape. I've never used it before, and it looked really thin. But it did an excellent job. Who is this? Oh, Duck. Okay, yeah. I've used their stuff on other things before, but not fine masking. There's a couple spots that it did bleed, or well, actually I got the tape in the wrong area. It's like right here. You can see a little black is still showing through. But when I come to doing the, let's see here, where's the blue at? Here. So this right here, this Peacock Teal. I've got, it's a pretty full bottle of it. I'm going to be using this. It's a darker blue than this. So I'm going to be coming in and adding weathered areas with this, blending into this. So this is just isn't a solid color, because if you ever looked at a copper roof that's changing color, there's all kinds of variance in the color. So I'll use this. Like I said, it's a little bit darker. You can kind of see right there. So I'll be putting all that in. So when I do that, I'll come in these edges right around here. I'll just touch up. You won't even be able to tell when I blend it in. This side looks pretty good. Excellent there on the side. Excellent right here where the top connects right here. So I think, let me flip this around. We'll look at the other side. Nope, that came in really good, and so did that. And a little bit right here. Got to put a little bit in right there. But it looks like around where these peaks are, everything looks really good. You can see right here, we're doing really well. So we are pretty much done to this stage. So handling this underneath where the paint was. All right, so what we've got here, you notice there's brick right here that matches the brick back here. So whatever color I pick, and I'm starting to lean more towards a brown, I think. If I can get a good, maybe let's see here. No, well, that might actually be all right. This red spice might actually be pretty good. It's got a lot of brown to it, but just a hint of red. That actually might be a really good color for the station itself. I'll do a few test spots on the inside just to see if I like the color that I know will never show again. And then if I like that, then I'll really do some dry brushing, probably on the back side, maybe over right here, because this side right here is never going to be seen. It's right up next to a building. So I'll do some dry brush experiments right along here to see how that gray that I've got in here for the mortar will stand out with this. That's really a pretty good color, though. I like that. You think about how this sitting on top of that will be. That's pretty good. I mean, you're still going to have a lot of gray showing through because of the mortar, but that might not be bad, especially when we start getting this copper, the worn penny, effects coming in on the lower areas where it hasn't faded down yet. Up these upper areas, I'm gonna weather this with the oxidized part towards the top, where it'd be more exposed to the elements, and down here is where I'll probably pull the copper up into it. Will be all the lower areas all the way around like that, maybe just some edge work here and there. So I think that'll look really sharp. But I will experiment with these colors first on the back side here that you never see. And then start working the rest of it in. I might do a slight black wash over this copper, any of the copper areas that I do, just a little bit of a black wash, because black wash really seems to make copper really pop. So I think that might look really good. But again, I'll test everything back on this corner back here till I get it all worked out. Because worst case scenario is I can just spray some of the paint into a cup with some wax paper in it and just touch up over the top and get rid of whatever I don't like. Same thing back here on this corner. If I don't like this red that I've got right here, the reddish brown, it's called red spice, I can do something else back there. So let me get this. It's pretty well dry to the touch. It's only been about a half hour since I painted it, but there's no wet areas left anymore. And it comes right up, so there's no tackiness underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back over in place on there, and I'm just going to set this on top and see how it looks. So give me just a sec, and then we will do that. Well, there it is. As you can see, excuse me, looks really good. So, we get a nice color down here, accenting color, then the copper coming in. It's going to look really, really good. I forgot to take care of this part, so I'll have to do my puttying on the entire dome area. Put this back up here like it's supposed to go. There we go. You can definitely see the difference right there versus the primer I did down here. So this thing will get primered down here at the bottom where the brick is. Then I'll mask that off, and then I'll spray all of this up here the same color I did right there. And then, of course, the copper effects and the faded effects and everything that goes with it. So I do believe that's going to look really nice. And then, of course, then we'll do the gray, the concrete color for the trim. And then whatever the window insets, I don't know what color I'm going to do with that yet. I'll take a look at some spray paint over at Menards and see what kind of catches my eye. I want it to be something complementary to it, so it might be maybe a light cream or something like that. I don't know, maybe a color kind of like that right there, but down to these windows. That might actually look pretty good. So we'll give it a shot. I'll paint a few of the windows. These are all inserts that you push in from this side that have all the frames. So I will do that, and then I'll probably test on the back side in case I scratch things up a little bit, probably over here in this corner again. Push them in, see if I like the look, compare, with this color here and that back there, to make sure it's all nice, as I want all the frames to be the same color throughout. So that'll be the next step, but for right now, this is where we're at. I think it's starting to really take shape, so it should look pretty good here within the next week or so. We should pretty much have this wrapped up, hopefully. So that looks great. So anyway, if you've liked this, please like and subscribe and hit that notification so you don't miss out on the updates on this as we go along. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update or on the live streams.